Hi, this is Eleanor Bravo. We are at the Ojito Wilderness at White Mesa, and we're going to be filming some single-track mountain biking this morning. And we're here with Steiner Smith and Chris Kazanczak, both of who are mountain bikers, but single track is a little bit different, and it's way more exciting. So today we are going to be showing the single track, and we're also going to have Steiner's 5-year-old son with us, Eric. So let's get going.
Single track is just a one track trail, like an animal path or a cow trail looking path, and really popular with the mountain biking crowd. We really enjoy that. And the narrower the better usually. Beat in nice and smooth. That's what a single track is. Find them in all different levels, in the desert, up in the mountains. You know.
But you can use a regular mountain bike for this, right? You have to have a special bike?
Yeah, you can use anything with a nice wide knobby tire. Just not, real skinny road bike.
And so how long have you been doing this?
Oh, over 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in the bike industry for over 20 years.
And so the whole family could do this, right?
The whole family can do this, yeah. There's easy trails, there's beginner trails, and that are wider, and there's more technical, challenging trails that are higher altitude, that are harder. But yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
You're going to unload your bikes now?
Yeah. Yep.
So this bike has that shock, but this one doesn't.
Yeah, not in the back. This one has just the front. This one has no shocks in the back, but this one has just one speed too. The chain, there's only one gear on this one, so I'm gonna be pedaling extra hard. He's got gears to gear it down for the steep climbs and stuff. Yeah, just the front suspension on this one right here.
So do you need
more simple bike?
I mean, I'm sure you recommend people to use a bike with shocks, but do you have to have all that?
You don't have to have that. You can get into mountain biking. A basic bike. Most of the bikes come with them now. The $300 bike would come with a front shock, but you don't have to have all this fancy stuff. I mean, you can spend $2,000-3,000 on a really fancy bike, but just to get into it and get a helmet and some way to carry water and some basic emergency tools and things like that. You spend $300-400 and have shoes on this bike. It's called a clipless pedal system.
Oh, I see.
Where there's a cleat on the bottom. It's kind of like a ski binder. I'll snap into that. It's a really stiff-soled cycling shoe, so the shoe doesn't flex around the pedal.
You want to show those?
And that's what snaps into the pedal. It's kind of like a ski binder. It's a very stiff-soled shoe. It doesn't flex very much at all, so it transfers energy very well. Helmets, of course, the bike helmets. The visor's nice to have on long shadow days near nice lightweight helmet and the soft shell. And then these are fully adjustable in the back. There's a feature that it's a universal fit, so they'll fit just about everyone. Some of them are fitted, the nicer ones are fitted, small, medium, large. And then biking gloves, again, it's not a necessity, but it's really nice to have. It's got a good pad here, so it keeps any carpal tunnel or spreads the ulnar nerve from getting pinched off and causing your hands going numb. I wear it just because I get sweaty palms and I don't want to slip off the grip. It makes for better. And then there's padded bike shorts with a built-in chamois. An actual pad in the short, not just a lycra short. It's skin tight. You don't wear any underwear or anything on it. So it's just directly against the skin, so it's padded and it's added for comfort. It keeps moisture off your body, and it keeps tight so it doesn't chafe or cause any chafing. And then jerseys range anywhere from wool. He's got wool on. This is a cotton jersey. With usually the bikers have pockets in the back, and they're usually tailored to where they're longer in the back, so they contour better when you're sloped over a bike. It's not going to ride up on you. It's going to give you some coverage back there too.
So you keep water in those pockets?
You would keep. The pockets are more for like the snacks, and little energy bars or food and things like that. But what's popular is the synthetic materials now. With that's you know, anything that again is going to keep the moisture off your body and keep it dry.
Now you have a special water system you use while you're biking. Can you show that to us?
Yeah, there's a backpack drinking system. You can use the traditional water bottles that would go in a water bottle cage here. You know, and that's an inexpensive way, but that, you know, puts weight on the bike. And when you're mountain biking, to have the lighter bike and being able to maneuver it around is better. And if you just have a little bit more weight on you, then you can maneuver that around. And when that's strapped on nice and tight. But yeah, this is like a backpack drinking system. Has a bite valve with water, you know, 70, 80, 100 ounces of water in here. So
it's better to have the weight on your body rather than on the bike?
A little bit, yeah. It's because you can maneuver it around a little bit. And it's a way to carry all your tools and stuff too. You know, your pump and your spare tube and your keys and your wallet.
So you take tools with you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, if you get anywhere, you know, far from the car, you know, 5 miles, 10 miles, you need to have all that stuff with you. I mean, because that's a long walk back. But yeah. So you can carry all the gear in that, and that would just strap on the back of yours.
Okay, bye.
Are we here to just get videos?
No, we're here to ride. Pedal hard. There are some steep sections at times, and this is pretty extreme. This section here, it's most of the time it has a slope, you know, less than 10%. But this is quite extreme here, and that we just can't make it up. The two of us can't make it up. So that's part of the game. Sometimes when you get into more intermediate and expert level trails, the terrain gets steeper and very difficult to ride.
Go.
So see, Chris could make it up because he had low enough gearing, and that's part of mountain biking. You get really low gears to make it up some of that really steep stuff. I just wasn't able to make it because I'm on a single speed and I'm got Eric in tow, so I made it a little difficult. But that wasn't too bad of a hill. That was a pretty moderate hill. Yep. Have fun, Eric?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so some of the etiquette on single track riding is to stay on the single track itself, and mountain bikers like to keep the single track narrow, but we also like to not damage any fragile soils that are surrounding or any endangered plants or anything that might be around. There's a special kind of soil. It's called cryptobiotic. It's actually an organism growing in the soil, and you don't want to step on that because that takes years and years for it to regrowth. So we're on top here. This is a good viewpoint. You can see over here the Jemez Mountains, the Valle Grandes behind that, and the White Mesa here is the raw form is the gypsum, and that's what they mine out of this mountain, and they turn it into wallboard. Most houses are made out of walls and houses. And over here is Cabazon Peak. That's a pretty sacred Indian spot.